welcome to Sippin Spillin with Syd and Frankie. Mike is out sick today. He's not feeling well. We just got back from church a little while ago, and he didn't even come with us to church because he woke up sounding like not good and coughing, and we didn't feel like we needed to share that with the congregation today, so we just went ourselves. But it was kind of a quiet service because there wasn't that many people there. I think a lot of people were up late last night and or sick. So a lot of people are sick right now. So it seems to be kind of, I guess, going around. But it's a beautiful day today. It's like probably like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
It's nice out. It's pretty.
69 actually.
Well, to be specific, yes. But it's beautiful out. And unfortunately, I'm fixing to go be inside and grind up a bunch of sausage. I'd rather be outside today now that the weather's finally nice, but don't always get what we want, do we? But I got to go in there and grind. I think it's going to end up being probably, because yesterday, Mike and Frankie, if you saw yesterday, Sunday's video on 3 Mississippi, the deer that Mike got and the deer that our neighbor got, Mike's breaking those both down, and he was working on that yesterday because they kind of froze in the coolers when we had that cold snap, so it took a while for him to be able to get them back out and be able to break them down. So he was working on that yesterday, and he's got just a little bit more to do today, and he's almost done. And that's why I'm going to be in there grinding. I'm going to make there's a breakfast sausage that I used to make when we did our hogs that Mike really likes. I called it Mountain Man apple pie breakfast sausage. So it's not like your traditional like English breakfast sausage. It's a sweeter, probably more country style sausage, I would say, than versus like an English style sausage. But anyway, Mike really likes that one. So I'm going to make a few pounds of that, and then I'm going to make some that's just ground so that we can use it for whatever we want to make patties with later, whatever. So he's gonna be working on butchering the rest of that, and we also got a pork shoulder. He's gonna break that up so that we can add that to the venison, to make the breakfast sausage that he wants, and then I'll make some out of Ross's deer to give to them too. So hopefully they like it. I think they will though. But they're not big deer eaters either. So I guess he hasn't gotten a deer in a while, according to what he said. So, we'll see if, hopefully he likes it and they eat it. I feel like you're so far back in the corner there, like hiding almost.
It's comfy back here.
She's like, I'm comfortable, like whatever. But anyway, so we're gonna get rolling on that, and hopefully it won't take me. I'm going to film making the sausage, and I'll share the recipe with you guys on 3 Mississippi. That video will probably be out on Friday. Hopefully, I'm pretty quick at grinding stuff. I can crank out some sausage pretty quick. I've gotten it down after all the hogs we've done, and a lot of times we wouldn't do, because we don't really like ham. Because the first few hogs we did, Mike was making the hams, and then we found that we didn't eat it. We ended up serving it at parties or giving them to people, and we were like, why are we making the ham? We really like the ground pork and the sausage. So we would just make more ground pork and sausage. So our average pig, if we didn't do the hams, I would do about 60 pounds of ground and sausage of pork, which that we went through a lot more than if we had 2 big hams sitting there. So this will probably when it's said and done, I think it's going to probably end up being about 30 pounds ground. That's including the pork mixed in. Just from my estimates so far, I think it's going to be around there, which should not take me ages and ages to do. Should be pretty smooth. So we've got winter break is kind of coming to a close here. I'm half looking forward to getting back to a regular schedule, and half I'm gonna miss not having Frankie home, and us just being
You'll be excited to get rid of me.
That's not true. I like having you home. It's been kind of nice. She's a good helper, and we've gotten to watch lots of cheesy movies together.
Yeah.
We did watch some really bad Lifetime, like the kidnapping. We got into this kick of watching these kidnapping movies the last few days.
Yeah.
And we watched, like, Mike was teasing us because he walked in, and the one night we were watching A Girl in a Shed, and then we were watching A Girl in a Bunker. Like, those were the titles. And
They're based off true stories.
They were based off true stories, but he was like, didn't you just watch this last night? And we were like, no, that was Girl in a Shed. This is Girl in a Bunker.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. And he was like, you guys are nuts. So, but we found them entertaining, because we're weird. But yeah, so we got to spend a lot of time together the last couple weeks, and we got to do some fun stuff, I feel like. But I know she's not really looking forward to going back to school. I think that's typical. Everybody hates when their vacation comes to an end. So I get it, you know. And then today, with the weather being nice, she's got some farm work she's gonna do while I'm in there making sausage, and Dad's in there breaking down the rest of the venison. So she's maybe not as thrilled as you can see by her face about some of that. She's getting paid for it. She's a working member on the farm, so she is getting paid. But I think until the money's in her hand, she's gonna have that face for a little bit, which is better than us just saying, hey, go do this or that, right? No? No.
About the same.
About the same. Okay. Well, we'll see. But yeah, this is my first time making venison sausage. I imagine, you know, grinding meat is grinding meat. I've done ground lamb, and lamb sausage. I have done pork, obviously. I have not ever made like a beef sausage because we've never raised a beef.
Never raised a beef?
Never raised a beef. But we'll see. I mean, it can't be that different because, you know, once you get it in the grinder, it is what it is. So I'll be glad to get that kind of done and packaged up and kind of on its way to the freezer, I suppose. And then we've got just kind of getting back to our regular schedule, and hopefully, I know that we're supposed to have a bit of a storm come in, I think, in this next week. I'm hoping this next weekend maybe we'll be able to make some more progress on the chicken coop, and getting some things like that done would be nice. So we'll see. And then obviously this week too, it's time to put Christmas away. I need to like undecorate and get everything boxed up and kind of put away back into their boxes and into the garage, and kind of find a home, because we never really found a home for the Christmas stuff to like live in. I had like a rafter at the old house, and so they just would go back up into the rafters. Well, I don't have that yet here. Mike's gonna build some in the shop, but for now I think I'm gonna have to just kind of stack the boxes off to the side in the garage for now. And then Mike's still got like 3 boxes in there that are kind of taking up a lot of room, that are sort of random things that he just hasn't unpacked yet. Mostly clothes, I think.
Yeah.
Like random clothes. But there's probably stuff in there that he's been looking for that he doesn't realize is in there. I don't know. Yeah. That would be my guess, because that's kind of typical. But yeah, it is beautiful out today. I mean, it's sunny, a little breeze. It's nice out. So kind of actually a little jealous. I sort of wish you could be inside making the sausage and I could be outside doing the chores. But I don't know if... I'm really fast at making the sausage, and I know the recipes, so I don't know if I would trust you right out the gate by yourself with that many pounds of sausage to make. I think that might be a little overwhelming.
Well, if it's all measured, I should be able to figure it out.
Well, I mean, that's part of making it, is like measuring out the recipe and measuring out the meat.
Which I can do that.
I think you might need a little guidance the first time. So I don't want to be like, here's 40 pounds of meat, figure it out. Like, it's a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to like...
It'll taste good.
It'll taste good. We hope, right? We don't know. We'll see. I know this last week too, we were a little light with the holiday on our videos, both on 3 Mississippi and on Sippin and Spillin. You know, with work and trying to have some family time, and then Mike not being healthy. um, it kind of threw a kink in some things. Like, you know, we've mentioned before, we are only human, and there's times where things come up and things happen and things don't go as planned. And then we had our power was off and on for a little while with the storm. So just made things a little bit more tricky as far as filming and kind of, you know, meeting all the criteria for like our family time and then the weather being bad. So us not being able to do some of the things outside that we wanted to work on, and we didn't, you know, we weren't at a place where the deer were ready to be broken down yet, so it wasn't like we could even work on that. And plus I need power to make the sausage, so because this grinder you gotta plug in. I'm not doing it by hand. I'm not gnawing on it like and then like grinding it that way. That'd be weird. Would it be weird? I think that would be weird.
I'll join you over here.
Oh, I'm gonna join me now. I'll try to.
My shirt's all.
Cattywampus.
What?
Cattywampus.
No.
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 No. Yeah. So yeah, this week is like back to the old grind, undo the holiday stuff in the house, get things put away, kind of start the new year off fresh. Which I'm, you know, I know like her face says she's not super excited about that, but I'm kind of excited. The days are going to start to get longer here before we know it. And it's going to start to get warmer before we know it. And it's going to start to be like...
Well, they did say that there's like, what they say, there's 2 winters sometimes in Mississippi. Like it'll suddenly
there's like a break. Yeah.
It'll get warm like this, but then sometimes like your real winter will start January, February.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. I mean, again, this is like our first full season here. So we're really just kind of learning, like, you know, even something as simple as like when the trees now have lost their leaves, like we can see through to the other side of the pasture. Whereas during the summer, you can't see through to silver. Little things like that just make the landscape look different. Your visibility of it is different times a year. So it's just kind of the difference of like, I guess learning part of learning the land. You know, now that we've had a few real good rains of several inches at once, we've kind of seen where the water collects, and luckily there's no real issues anywhere where it's like, oh, this is bad, we need to fix this.
Yeah, I feel like the worst part is probably the culvert, which even then
it wasn't even that bad.
It will just overflow a little bit, but it's not like it's gonna get all the way up the hill to the house.
Right. It would be like end of days if that was the case.
Yeah.
Like, Noah, get your ark. It would be like, it's happening. But yeah, it's not. And the pond right now is looking, well.
It's looking more sad now.
Well, it's more full, but it still
looks sad.
It still needs some loving. You know, but there's just certain things that it's like kind of still taking stock of certain things and prioritizing like things on the list of what needs done and when, just so that we can kind of, I guess, get a handle on it and get everything done in a timely manner, but like also not feel like we're rushing ourselves to get certain things done that maybe aren't as high a priority list. So, and still like take mental breaks and family time and you know, be able to see friends and things like that, because, you know, that's important too, so that we don't go nutty, I guess.
Nutty.
Well, you know, like it's hard, like,
nutty.
Well, it's like, you know, with Mike and I both working from home, and then, you know, Frankie obviously goes to school and then comes home, and then, you know, there's things once we're back on regular schedule where I have to take her back in town for, you know, youth group or something like that. But right now, with all of that being on break, we've just been kind of home a lot more. But so I guess there's been times where we've all gotten a little bit more like stir crazy, I guess. So what are you doing?
Okay, so she looks like, what is it? Is it Pillsbury? It's Pillsbury, right?
Oh, the
frosting,
rainbow.
the confetti frosting.
Yeah, the rainbow chip
frosting. That's what
frosting.
she looks like right now.
I like this sweater.
Or it's like a bunch of lint.
It might be lint. I don't know. No, it's cute. I like this sweater. It's very...
Where'd you get it? I like it.
I got it in Tupelo.
You got it at that little store? Oh. know.
Oh.
Well, I've never seen you wear it before. That's why.
It's because it's new.
It's new.
It's new. I think it's good for New Year. It's like very like fresh and like
Fresh.
It's poppin' fresh. I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, without further ado, we gotta both get in there and get to work. And if you can get your stuff done fast and I can get my stuff done fast,
then we can watch more kids get abandoned.
Then maybe we can. Well, we never did make those cookies. We were gonna make Christmas cookies and we never got around to it because life. So we have all this stuff to make the Christmas cookies. So maybe if we can get all our stuff done, if we can stay on task, get all our stuff done, we can like make some Christmas cookies. Belated. Well, now I guess they'll be New Year men.
New Year men? Yeah, because we got gingerbread men.
We'll make. Ow!
Just get you.
We'll make New Year men because those old year men are so out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll make New Year men.
Jeez,
anyway. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We hope that this video finds you healthy and happy going into the new year, and that 2023 brings you much happiness and peace and blessings and success as you want, or that you deserve. May you have the year you deserve, right? But anyway, we appreciate you guys, and we're gonna go get to work, and we will see you next time.